Welcome back, everyone. NicknLex here. Thank you so much for joining me today to this new episode of Epic Picks, episode number 5. I'm keeping count as long as I can. I'm sure I'm gonna get to 20 and then I'm just gonna lose it. But for now, thank you so much, NARVIK. We're on this amazing quest of prog rock and metal music, with you, and you're choosing amazing songs. Really, I'm having an amazing time with this Rush-esque Kansas. It's such a great band, completely underrated, unfortunately. But yeah, today we're gonna listen to some Magnum from Wings of Heaven. This was released in 1988. This is a fantastic band. What I did, I took the link. Unfortunately, this song is, you send me the right link, but in my location, I can't listen to it. What I did, I went on YouTube, I downloaded the song in the best quality possible, and I have it now on my VLC player. And I do have to be careful not to be too loud, because you can just put this thing to 120. I don't want you guys to go deaf. This is going to be amazing. Just to give you a little bit of backstory, Magnum, they are a band from Great Britain, from Birmingham, England. They're considered progressive rock, melodic hard rock, and a AOR band. They're formed in 1972 by Tony Clarkin and Bob Catley, and you're gonna listen to some Bob Catley more on some other tracks, and I don't want to spoil anything. But again, thank you, NARVIK, so much for sponsoring this epic pick. This song is a little bit over 10 minutes, so it's considered an epic. And yeah, have fun, enjoy, comment below, let me know all the good stuff. And yeah, let's get a conversation going. I'm very, very happy that we're doing more prog rock and metal. And yeah, don't be scared of that word, because there's some really fine metal out there, and especially the stuff that NARVIK has been picking out, very, very carefully crafted with a lot of thought and love behind it. It's just like a progressive metal band or a progressive rock band would do, just like it's a little bit maybe faster, a little bit heavier, but sometimes these songs are even more relaxing than some older progressive rock. It's just very, very carefully crafted and wonderful to listen to. So without further ado, let's get into it. Maybe let's shut this off so it's not bothering us throughout the song. But yeah, this is Magnum, Don't Wake the Lion, Too Old to Die Young. The song, here we go, and thank you. Let's go. I mean, that's metal.
Was the day the war broke out. Everyone seemed excited, while young men boasted and talked of great times. Dark clouds gathered on the Maginot Line. Sisters and fathers, mothers and sons, all said goodbye. It seemed so much fun. We'll be finished by Christmas, back home by the fire. Perish the distance,
Love it.
the bombs and the wire. Don't wake the lion. Don't wake the lion. Oh, don't wake the lion.
Loving it.
There's a fireworks show tonight. Everyone's being invited. There's
I'm loving it so far because it has that 80s vibe, you know, that later 80s, that almost White Snake. You know, I've gotten into White Snake a little bit here and there, and I love that chorus on the guitar. I love that it's, you know, very nice and slow for now. It's getting there. It's a longer song. It's finding its footing. I love the bass. I love the singing. He reminds me a little bit of David here from White Snake, but I just love this whole, like, this beautiful intro, this dum dum pow dum. It's just like slowly getting there, you know. It's like gradually like picking up and picking up. This is beautiful, you know. It's very good, you know, very good music. And once it turns into, I mean, but like I said, this is heavy metal, and a lot of people have the wrong perception. They think metal music is screaming and violent and like, I mean, there's all kinds of metal, but there's also all kinds of rock. There's all kinds of, every music has its subgenres, and I think the music, the metal that we listen on this channel has always been good. It's never been like, oh god, this is like way too much. I don't even listen to that kind of metal, you know. Although I'm not scared of it, I would take that step, you know, but in time, you know. But so far, it's beautiful. I love how it's carefully, you know, crafted, and it's going further, and it's really interesting. So far, really, really cool.
On faces with bright and wide eyes, and someone make
the harmonics
through the thunderous noise, powerful and angry. Answer the guns all through the night. Relief never comes. Oh, it's criminal deception. Sets man against man. Entirely reflection. A devious plan.
Okay, I love this because it has that power, no, but yes, what I wanted to say, the power ballad feel to it. It has that boom, boom, ba, boom, boom, ba, boom, you know, and the chord changes are slower. Now it's going into that dun, 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 dun. But I love the whole buildup of the bass. It reminded me a little bit of Run Like Hell by Pink Floyd a little bit. So it got a little, I can't say The Wall is a progressive album. It's, you know, it is more like a concept record, which is amazing. It has an amazing feel of situations and it has a great story, but I can't say it's progressive rock, that album specifically, but it reminded me of that a little bit, and just the bass work on here. And I love this, reminds me obviously more of, you know, bands like Rainbow, or yes, I think I was right on the money with White Lion, The Great White, stuff like that, you know, 80s you know, power ballads. And the guy reminds me a lot of Joe Lynn Turner, but it's so crazy because he has actually sung along with Joe Lynn Turner, as far as I read on Wikipedia. Now, I could be wrong because, you know, I read a lot of stuff on Wikipedia and I mix up the bands. But it's a great time. It's great music. It gives you that vibe of, like, you know, power. And it's a great theme. You know, it has that, you know, that momentum to it, you know, that almost like that feel, you know, that when you go for a run, you know, that euphoria, you know, it has a sense of euphoria in the music. And I just love that, you know, that's really, really cool. If you can translate that from paper into your studio and onto your record, it's a great thing, you know. Music is supposed to make you feel, and, you know, this is it might not be a progressive masterpiece, but it is a great hard rock piece, you know, of music. So sorry, now the player, it is kind of like very sudden the way it stops. It doesn't really blend in or blend out. I think I have to look for those settings, but I won't be using this too much, just, you know, for songs that are not available on certain platforms. But I think it's better than YouTube, because YouTube is just like, you know, and then we get an ad, you know, so I didn't want that to happen. So far, beautiful. We got another 3 minutes. It's let me go back a little bit. I want to capture that, the way it goes into the rhythm here. Let's see.
While the angels sleep tonight, some of us will be hoping
It's a great track. So good, man. It reminded me of like some other stuff, like so there's this amazing band from guitar player Paul Gilbert, Racer X. Now Racer X has this vibe. It has this, you know, like this 80s power ballad vibe, but it also has those shreddy guitars, almost too much, because there's two players. They do harmony, and they do all this like, you know, but in harmony. Wonderful. Paul Gilbert, and the other guitar player is oh man, I would have to look that up, but it reminds me just of that time of when bands were, you know, I think it is part of that glam movement that you know, and I don't want to say that those bands are less than, let's say, Metallica or Iron Maiden, which is, you know, heavy metal. Those bands came out at a time when heavy metal was on the top of their game, but they decided to be a little bit more mainstream, play songs that were a little bit more accessible to the public. For, you know, those were the bands that, you know, girls would go to, you know, concerts. Van Halen, we got Rat, we got yeah, like I was saying, White Snake, the Great White Line, a lot of white, a lot of white in the name. Motley Crue, you know, it gives me that feel. Obviously there were a prog band, but I love that they were still doing something heavy and not too complex, and still very enjoyable. I really enjoyed this. This entire 10 minutes was a really nice ride, and it was never too much. They always kept kind of like their boundaries, not too much, you know, technical stuff, which I do adore, but hey, I know what they were going for, and it works, you know, it totally works. I think this band is way underrated. I love, you know, giving it more exposure here on the channel. I think it's a wonderful band, and it has a great sound, you know. So yeah, this is what it supported, what it reminded me of. Judas Priest, Def Leppard, stuff like that. There's some Judas Priest, you know, they started off more like a 70s band, a 70s rock band, and turned into this more commercial outing in the 80s, you know, Breaking the Law, and then became incredibly heavy in the 90s with Painkiller, and now I think in 2024 they've released one of their heaviest albums ever. But it's just like, you know, I love how these bands just, you know, progress from styles to style, you know. Here they're even mentioning, you know, David Coverdale, Whitesnake, touring with this band, and Blue Oyster Cult, and you know, so I wasn't that far off. It has that sound, you know. Def Leppard, totally. Def Leppard was always a band that was part of the new wave of British heavy metal, but they kind of like detached themselves and said, hey, you know, these guys, like these Iron Maiden guys, they're very good, you know. I don't think we can. I'm not saying that they couldn't compete, but they was like, let's do something different. And what they did is something that I guess is more compelling for other listeners, you know. It's more the chorus, you know, the chorus bands, the clap along, the sing along. Yes, Iron Maiden does that too, but they're just heavy. They have 2 solos in each song, and you know, Iron Maiden, you know, it's very operatic, very, you know, serious, even though they don't take themselves too serious. But you know, I guess Def Leppard just was like, yeah, let's do something different, and they did, and they were very successful. And I don't know, I've never been really like a Def Leppard fan, not because I don't know them, I was just too young to get into them, because I wanted that, you know, like, so this feels just a little bit more like, and this is so funny because they talk about all of these bands that I'm talking about are in this article by on Wikipedia. This was a great request. Thank you so much, NARVIK, again for all the cool epics that you're requesting and putting on the channel. I do appreciate it. Let me know what you think. What did you think of the track? I think it was a great track, interesting in its style. For that style, I think it's very, very good. I would have loved a solo, but hey, not everything has to have a 10-minute guitar solo, or well, 2-3 minutes. But I love that, but it was, nevertheless, it was an amazing track. Thank you so much. Let me know what you guys think. NARVIK, thank you, and I'll see you all in the next one.